You moved in as 3 people. You broke up, he left, the 2 of you were in the apartment.
A girlfriend thought she was rid of her ex.
You, sir, allowed Jarrell back into the apartment because he was your friend.
Now she wants to call it quits with her roommate.
She wanted to move out. She was uncomfortable with him.
It wasn't only because I just only felt uncomfortable. He was like harassing me.
Who was?
Jarrell.
Judge Judy.
Mr. Wren, the defendant used to date your best friend. You dated his best friend whose name is?
Jarrell.
Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
But you and the plaintiff were friends.
Yes.
Friends enough so that you rented an apartment together.
Yes.
Just the 2 of you were on the lease.
Correct.
Jarrell wasn't on the lease because he didn't have a job yet. But the plan was for the 3 of you to live together. Was this a 2-bedroom apartment?
Yes.
You moved in month and year.
We moved in the beginning of October.
October 14th.
Of last year.
Yes.
And you moved out 4 months prior to the termination of the lease.
Correct.
You moved out, according to what I read, you and Jarrell had an argument, broke up. You stayed in the apartment because your name is on the lease. He left, correct?
Correct.
What month and year was that? When did you and Jarrell break up?
In February 24th.
But what it looks like happened, you broke up, he left, the 2 of you were in the apartment, you were both on the lease, and that's the way it was going to remain until, according to you, sir, allowed Jarrell back into the apartment because he was your friend.
Can I comment on that?
Yes, I want you to.
Well, he actually had a key.
Okay, he had a key and he let himself into the apartment.
Right.
He wasn't paying rent.
Right.
But the defendant told you she didn't like him in the apartment.
Well, she gave him the key. I never
But that
gave
was
him a key.
before.
But I kept asking it
That
for
was
it back.
that was before they had a fight on February 24th.
Right.
Right. Then she didn't want him in the apartment anymore.
She never expressed that to me.
Never.
Not at that time.
No. At what time did she express it to you?
Not until she was talking about moving out.
Well, tell me what month that was.
When she first brought it up, it was around May, June-ish.
May. And at that time, she had a new boyfriend?
Yes.
And Jarrell was still coming into the house?
Yes.
And she said to you, I feel uncomfortable about this.
No.
Well, what did she say to you in May?
Well, she just kind of said she wanted to move out. She was uncomfortable with him, you know.
Well, that's what I'm asking you, about her being uncomfortable with him in the house.
Right.
Because what this is about is you want the last 4 months' rent that she didn't pay because she moved out. She says she moved out because you made it uncomfortable by allowing her ex-boyfriend to be in the house.
Right, and so she went ahead and changed the locks.
Well, it wasn't only because I just only felt uncomfortable. He was like harassing me.
Who was?
Jarrell was harassing me.
He was?
Over text messages, and he was mad because I had a new boyfriend.
What does that have to do with him?
Well, I mean,
what does that have to do with him? The 3 of you moved into an apartment together. You were responsible for, according to the lease, half the rent on the lease. He didn't have a fight with your boyfriend. You had a fight with your boyfriend.